BC, what's happening? Now, I'm back again. I know. Last time I was here was about 2 months ago or more, and time is just flying, man. I mean, as you guys probably know, I've moved into this new house. Me and my girlfriend. Things are going good. We've just been doing the house up and stuff, and working, and yeah, there's been a lot going on. We're going on holiday in 2 days to Turkey for 7 days, treated ourselves all inclusive and all that. So it's all happening. So I keep meaning to post videos, guys. I haven't forgotten about all of you, and it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know where the time is going. I've got this new band that I'm working on. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to try and put up 2 videos before I go to Turkey, and I'm definitely going to stay up tonight and try and catch up on some videos because it's been far too long. There's so much, a lot I've got to show you. So I thought, let's start with the recent stuff I've bought. But yeah, in terms of, I hope you're all well. And again, I'm sorry that I've kind of disappeared. You know how it is. I don't know where the time's going, but there you go. But I'm back, and hopefully I will be posting a bit more now. So yeah, I'll show a couple of singles first. Now I can't remember if I showed this on the last video or not, but if I did, fuck it. It's a good single. I'll show it again. This is James D. Hall, Freak On Down, but the real gem is the B-side. I Want to Get Into You. Really nice deep funk track. This is an original pressing, and the funny thing is about this single, you'd think it would be worth a fortune. This is a mint stock copy, which I got for $30. Basically, this apparently about 5-10 years ago, this was going for 4 figures, and James D. Hall himself had loads of copies just lying around in his basement. So he sort of, unleashed them to the public, and they've gone down in price an awful lot since then. It's still, about £50, but it's a big difference to what it was worth. But the track I Want to Get Into You is superb. Freak On Down's a bit, yeah, it's alright, sort of cheesy disco track, but I Want to Get Into You is so good. It's on YouTube, so listen to it if you haven't heard it already, which most of you probably have that are watching this. Yeah. Another nice one, I'm sure I didn't show this. This is Sun Ra, The Shadows Cast by Tomorrow. I've been after one of these for an awful long time now, and look at this beautiful artwork here. This was put out by Jazzman, who are based over here, Gerald Shaw. So basically it's a compilation of some of his rare singles, or tracks from rare singles. There's 3 discs, and they're on glow-in-the-dark vinyl as well, which doesn't really demonstrate that well here, but they're all like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And they've replicated the Saturn labels really well too. And it's hand numbered and everything. These are going for 80 to 100 quid already. Got it on Discogs, man. Number 316 out of 999. I didn't pay as much as that for it either. But yeah, it's brilliant. Classic Sun Ra. You've got one of the first tracks is a sort of, I was going to say hip-hop then, doo-wop act called The Cosmic Rays that he kind of produced and wrote songs for. The original pressings of those singles are 4 figures, easily. There's Yo Cannon, who was a sort of crazy R&B vocalist that Sun Ra used for a while, who was definitely as out there as Sun Ra and that were. There's a nice version of Rocket Number 9, different to the one on Space Is the Place. There's the killer track though is The Perfect Man, which is just a disgusting synth funk track, which almost sounds like it's some demented 70s cop TV show theme tune. The Perfect Man. It should be on YouTube. Really nice though that. Jazzman have put out another one as well, which I haven't got yet, but confusingly it's got the same cover pretty much. As you can see, it's just a sort of gold on black print. It's beautiful. So that's a really nice one. Now, who I'm listening to in the background is Mr. Tim Maia. I've been massively into Brazil stuff recently, and my whole next video is going to be about Brazil because the past month I've picked up about 50 Brazilian albums. I've just gone crazy. I've been getting stuff sent over from Brazil and everything. I bought 20 albums off one guy. It's a serious habit now. But this was the first Tim Maia record I picked up. This was the Hogan, I think it's think you say it, Her Confesso, My Confession. I'm actually trying to cover this song. I've been teaching myself Portuguese to cover it. Because it's just a beautiful soul track. Now, see, this was a massive hit in Brazil, but you know, finding one of these over here is pretty tough. So I got this sent over from Brazil. It's a mint original, with the sleeve as well. I'll probably show this again on my Brazil video, but yeah, Tim Maia's the man. He's definitely up there for me now. And another nice one that I picked up is an original Nigerian Fela single, another promo, Jean Coco, Chop and Quench. And the good, you know, if any of you can ever find these, get them, because they're different, they're completely different versions to the album versions, different takes and everything. This is from around 1970, I think. I mean, this is one of the more common ones. This and Who Are You? I've had about 4 copies of Who Are You. They turn up quite a lot, but they're the only 2 Nigerian singles I've got. But even so, I mean, someone's written an old price tag on here of 50 quid, and I got it on eBay for 15. So, you know, it's a nice one to have. I wish I had the original HMV sleeve. Right, albums. So, I don't know if you recall in my last recent purchases video, I was playing some really nice soul and funk tracks which came from this comp. Soul Cow. This has recently come out on the Now Again label, owned by Stone's Throw. This is a beautiful package as well. If you read that, Funky Disco and Modern Soul. I mean, funnily enough, that James D. Hall track isn't on it, but it should be. I think it freaks it's not from California. But this packaging is really bizarre, and it got kind of damaged in the post to get to me. But you see it come, I don't try to drop it, you see it comes like that. And then what it is that's a sort of styrofoam protection for this lovely book, which goes into detail of all the records and the history behind them and that. It's brilliant. Really good. I mean, as always, Now Again, Stone's Throw, they always put a shitload of work into their reissues, and they've done it again with this. I mean, it's got some great classic, now they're classic, sort of rare funk tracks like Wake Up by Pure Essence. You've got Luther Davis on there, Rhythm Machine, it's good stuff. UPC All Stars, which is basically LA Carnival under a different name. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this, guys. Seriously, get it. Double album. You've got 15 tracks, they're all fucking epic, really nice. And like I say, this has only come out recently, so where should I put this? I'll put it here. Who's seen this film? This film blew me away. I know it's still quite a cult film, it wasn't really that big. It only came out when? 2009. And it's just, you know, blaxploitation satire. It's a really good comedy film. They've done it so well that, you know, it looks like it's been filmed on old. It's meant to be from the 70s, obviously. It looks old. It sounds old. And when I saw the film, I was like, I mean, obviously it's hilarious as well. It's a comedy. When I saw the film, I was like, man, what's this music? It's fucking great. Looked it up. It's this guy called Adrian Young, who's I think he's mainly a hip hop producer. I like how they've done that, like the Isaac Hayes Shaft cover though, with him in the corner. Similar sort of picture. It's a cool idea. Sorry, getting a bit carried away. It's been a long time. Yeah. Basically, he plays pretty much everything on this. It's all recorded on vintage equipment. The insert that comes here goes into detail about the recording and everything. I mean, this guy, man, he is next level in terms of what he's doing. And he hasn't really done much since, and apparently he edited the film as well. But what's really nice about this as well is it's got 2 apparently unique lobby cards. Apparently they're different with each copy. I don't know about that though. And it's on Wax Poetics, which is a decent magazine and label. But seriously, this is a great album. And this is a limited numbered, hand numbered. Can you see that? 1102. So I mean, it's not worth anything yet, but I'm sure it will be, because this needs to be recognised. Guys, let me play you a bit of this. Seeing as on iTunes. I know I should be playing records really. I've got the deck there now, but I'm just being a lazy sod. Check this out. It's really good. Just give it a minute. I'll show you the cover of this.
While I tell you a story about black
this out. Now that's heavy. All analog equipment. Awesome. Basically, the whole album's like this. It's killer. You know what else is amazing? Adrian Young, every instrument he's played on this album was made before 1979, which is even more like, what? This guy's ridiculous. So yeah, that's that. I'll leave it on. I've been after this for a while, The Fall, big fan of The Fall. I've hardly got any of their albums because they're so hard to get, although I only like the first 7 or so. My favourite is Hex Induction album, which I do have. It's only that I have in this. Total's Turns. It's Now or Never, which is just a dirty live album, all recorded on mono cassette from 1980. Both recorded in working men's clubs, so you can imagine the sort of reception they got there. Marky Smith is just insane. Derek, I'm sure you'd appreciate this. Yeah, this is awesome stuff. Great album. I mean, I knew this album anyway, but it was nice to get this for £1. Yeah, £1. And it's mint, and it's on Rough Trade as well. That's an original. Now this one I've been after for fucking... I'm going to swear a lot here today, but who cares? Fuck it. I've been after this for ages. Ghana Sounds. This came out on the Soundway label, like in 2002. Quite a small label. It's owned by Miles Claret, who's this insane guy from, I think he's from London, who went over to Ghana, picked up all these insanely obscure Afro-punk records. I mean, most of these had never been heard of until this came out. Apart from like the Marijata album, which is quite well known, and like people like Evo Taylor, Kwelu Blayambole. There's a few big track, K Frimpong, he was massive in Ghana. African Brothers International, but this is heavy as hell, man. Even if you can't get the vinyl, just get it on CD or any means necessary. There's probably some tracks on YouTube, so listen to them, because when I first heard this, actually, it was one of my old friends. His dad had the CD, because his dad used to live in Africa and stuff, so I'm guessing he had been to Ghana or something. Anyway, we put it on, and I was just like, so I already knew about Fela, but this album really showed me there's more to Afrobeat than Fela, Not dissing Fela, I love Fela. But this is amazing, really good. And this goes for like 40, 50 quid now. It was really limited, and obviously it's a lot cheaper than picking up the originals, most of which I've never even seen come up for sale anywhere. So, awesome. Actually, in conjunction with that, where is it? In conjunction with that, keeping with the theme, and also on the same label, Orlando Julius. You guys heard this? Fucking awesome. Again, this is just as rare, and I've been after this for a while. I got this for 20 quid, mint copy. Again, it's on Soundway, Miles Claret put it together. Yeah, this came out in 2003. Basically, Orlando Julius was huge in Nigeria. I think he's Nigerian. Shit, yeah, Nigeria, yeah. And James Brown even went over there to meet him. He built up quite a name for himself over there. And basically in 1971 he released this album called Afro Ideas. And this is basically a compilation of that album and a couple of singles, all of which didn't sell at all. And I've never even seen the Afro Ideas album come up for sale. I don't even know what the sleeve looks like. All I know is that it was on the Philips label. It was only reading Miles Claret's liner notes that I discovered that it was actually released at the time. I thought it was all unreleased stuff, but yeah, this is all really good groovy funk, proper deep Afro funk, really good. Need I say more? Check it out, man. Well worth it. Following on from that, nice reggae album I've been after for a while. Joe Gibbs' African Dub, Volume 3, Chapter 3. It's my favourite one of the series. Funnily enough, it's got still got a shop sticker on it, which $4.49. I mean, this is from 1978. Was that quite expensive for a record at the time? I guess not. I don't know. wasn't around then. So, but it's an original English pressing on Lightning, and it's mint as well. So I was well pleased to get that. And in terms of dub, this is one of the definitive, you know, this and Blackboard Jungle by the Upsetters. This is one of the top dub albums for me. And anything by Tapazuki, you can't go wrong with that. And King Tubby, of course. But yeah, this is really good because it's kind of quite out there because there's a lot of crazy sound effects on it, like telephones and doorbells and shit. It's just a whole other side to dub. But really good. Here's another interesting one. I don't know if I showed or mentioned Sandy Hurwitz when I did one of my Zappa videos. Right, well, this is her second album under the name Essra Mohawk. Now, Sandy Hurwitz was a real name, obviously. Was a sort of Laura Nero type singer-songwriter, really jazz influenced, really good, really soulful. But she was a bit more. Well, Laura Nero was different in my opinion, but Sandy Hurwitz was even more jazz influenced. Anyway, she was beautiful as well. Yeah. So this came out in. She made an album with Zappa on the Verve label. Fell out with Zappa. Apparently they had an affair. And well, this is really nice. First time I looked at this and played it. Yeah. I'll explain in a minute. So she married Fraser Mohawk, the producer. Changed her name to Esra Mohawk. He produced Holy Modal Ramblers and stuff. And Nico, Marble Index. Anyway, she made this album, which is fucking amazing, much better than the first one. It's really funky, it's really jazzy, really soulful, got breaks on it, it's got everything. But what's really nice is, as you can see from the timing strip, this is a promo, and not only is it a promo, it's got the original booklet with the lyrics, really nice condition, it's like mint, and the original Warner Reprise flyer for the Big Ball compilation, which I also have. And you can see the adverts of the artists on there. You got the Mothers, Neil Young, Grateful Dead, James Taylor. Yeah, Warner's had some good artists back then, didn't they? Captain Beefheart. And it's got the inner sleeve there, the original Reprise inner sleeve, and it's a beautiful white label. Now I'm serious, I got this on eBay. This is mint. $10, and it wasn't buy it now. I guess there's just not much. Maybe it's because not many people know about her. But I remember seeing this for sale years ago for like 50 quid. So maybe I just got lucky. I mean, have any other of you guys? Derek, have you got this? Have you heard this? Let me know, man. Because guys, this is a really heavy album. If you see this and you see it cheap, don't sleep. It's a good one. Another classic. I don't need to say much about this. Yeah, I know. I didn't have a copy. I love Public Enemy. It's just finding this in England now is very hard. And this is a really nice English pressing as well. I don't think I need to say much about this album. You all know where it's at. Yeah, glad to get one of these because look it up. Over here, these go for like 30, 40 quid, which is insane. Anyway, yeah, another one that I've been after for a while, Hawk Quin. It was the last Hawk Quin one I needed, really. I think it's their last really good album, Hall of the Mountain Grill. Really nice album. It's quite overlooked because of, Space Ritual was just before it. 1974. Lemmy's still around on this as well. And it's a really nice original pressing on United Artists. And you know it's an original because the font, being geeky here, the font is really narrow. You see that? Whereas on the slightly later ones, it's a bit wider. It doesn't look as good. Maybe that's my OCD. But yeah, this album's awesome. So I was pleased to get one of those. Got that for 3 quid. Let's put some more Tim Maia on, shall we? So you get the deal with the excuse me. You get the deal with Black Dynamite. That stuff's happening. Right. This is my favourite Tim Maia track, by the way. I recently picked up quite a lot of Tim Maia albums. Fatback Funk, or if any of you are watching this and are into Tim Maia, I know you are, Fatback Funk. This is from his album He brought out in '78. Most of his albums were self-titled. This is from his Esro label. All in English. No one bought it, of course. It's my favourite album of his. I know it's rare. I haven't seen one come up for sale at all. If anyone has seen one or knows roughly how much I'm going to have to pay for it, I'd like to know. I mean, I would pay a bit for it. But I don't know how hard it's going to be for me to find it. I know I mentioned on my other recent video about Pharaoh Sanders, and I forgot to show them. Finally got wisdom through music. I mean, look at those pictures, man. These guys mean business. I love Pharaoh Saunders, man. And again, this is a promo. Really nice. And interestingly, this album has got Love Is Everywhere, which is a really nice spiritual jazz sort of soul track, almost like Prince of Peace, with Pharaoh singing instead of Leon Thomas. There's no Leon on this album. This album's from '73. So basically that track was later tagged onto the beginning of the Love Is Everywhere track from the Love In Us All album, which is like 20 minutes long, but they just stuck the same track at the beginning. I have no idea why they did that. And I think that album now is quite in demand for that track, or both those albums are for that track. And another one, Village of the Pharaohs. Again, I'm still after the Indian Navigation album, if anyone comes across one. Gradually starting to build up on my own impulse albums. They're just hard to find. I've just bought on eBay an immaculate first pressing of Towhead, which I'm well excited about. Fatback Funk, I know you dig that album as much as I do, because I've got one, but it's pretty scratchy, but this one's mint, and I think I want it for $40, so I've got that coming, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, got a couple of nice post-punk ones. Finally got Solid Gold by Gang of Four. It took me a while to find this, because people just go mad for Gang of Four now. I've already got Entertainment. I think this is the weaker of the two, but still good. And this is a mint original English pressing. It's got exactly the same label design as well as the as Entertainment. Still a good album. Pleased with that. I got that for a tenner. Now this one I'm fucked off about. Now I think by now you guys know I'm a big fan of This Heat. I finally got the first album, first pressing on piano with the multi-flip sleeve. Anyway, so yeah, I got this sent to me by some dickhead who graded it as being in X condition, which to me is fine. Now it looks right, you can't really see from it, I mean I've cleaned it as well, but this record is warm to fuck, or either that or I need to proper clean it. Industrial shit, you know. It is just all the way through. I was so fucked off because with this album you need good sounding vinyl because a lot of it's really quiet, you know. I paid 25 quid for this, the guy wouldn't take it back. Just being a prick. So I've got no choice but to keep it. So if anyone knows of a better copy hanging around that's not too pricey, because mint copies of this are going for silly money now, please let me know. But I'd like an original piano like this. The sleeve's not too bad, it's a bit warm. I mean, I've got the other two This Heat. I've got Health and Efficiency and Deceit, and then mint. So I would like a mint one really to complete the set, but hey, that's wishful thinking. Okay. Yeah. Jackson 5. Moving Violations. Violation was the last Jackson 5 album. No, I need to get it together as well. But this is so hard to find. It was their last album on Motown, '75. Funky as hell. Every track is a floor filler, man. And it's relatively unknown, except that Dilla sampled All I Do Is Think of You for Time the Donut of the Heart from Donuts. You guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you do. Fuck it, I'll put it on. No point in singing it, is there? But yeah, you get what I'm saying with this Tim Maia track. I'm really hyper today. I'm not on drugs or anything. I know I keep rubbing my nose, that's hay fever for you. Honest. Yeah, Moving Violation. Awesome album. This is the track. It's all good though. Another one that I'm really pleased that I got for a £5. New York Dolls, Too Much Too Soon. I used to be massive on them when I was younger, and I don't know if think I got bored of them. I just stopped listening to them, and I've never had either album on vinyl because they're so hard to get. But I got this on eBay for a £5, and it's in a mint. Well, not mint. It's not far off. It's an original English pressing, laminated sleeve and all that shit. Blue label. Lovely. I still need the first album, which is my favourite, but it's funny, I got a DVD of a documentary about Arthur Killer Kane, which was really, brought me to tears, man. I don't know if you guys know the story. Obviously he was a bassist with the band, and there he is there. Like most of the New York Dolls, he had problems with drugs in the 80s, like serious problems, and had a spiritual reawakening, found God, became a Mormon. So this whole documentary follows him and tracks them down when the reunion is coming about that Morrissey organised over here. So they did the gig, went really well. He hadn't seen any of them in years. Obviously, Johnny Thunders and what's the drummer called? I'm going to kick myself if I can't remember this. I'm going to cheat. It's not on the back. Oh man, I'm so bad at that. That's terrible, and I feel really bad. Anyway, they both passed, obviously. So it was Johansson and Sylvain and Kane. My mind is going. It's getting late. So they do this gig and everything, and then when he gets back home, he gets diagnosed with leukemia, and then within a few days he died. And it's just the saddest thing, you know, because obviously he'd fallen out with Johansson, and a lot of it's about that. And obviously they made up in the end, and it's just really sad. It did bring me to tears. You know, I'm an emotional guy, what can I say? So it made me want to get back into them again, really. I've always been into them, but it made me think, oh, I really want to try and get them on vinyl, because I guess because when I was younger they were always out of my price range, but £5 is not out of my price range. Although I'd still happily pay 30 quid for an original first album. Now this is another killer. This is one of my favourite albums of all time. And I got this for like 50p recently, but it is fucked. The condition's fucked. Yeah, it's an original English. Got it in a charity shop, 50p. So obviously, 50p, I'm not complaining. The sleeve is pretty nice as well, so if I get a nice record, but the record has got some serious trench warfare going on, man. It is completely wrecked. It couldn't be more wrecked, in fact. I don't know if you guys can see something. No, probably not, but it is... Can't see it. It's scratched to shit. Surprisingly, it doesn't actually play that bad, because it's quite a loud album anyway. Obviously, Moneybag is the quieter one, and the man's pretty quiet. But you know, it plays with the usual crackle. But I was surprised. You know, I just bought it. I was like, I can't say no to that at 50p. Even if the disc was not in there, I would have bought it just for the sleeve. But I might try and get an American pressing, so they're a lot cheaper. You can get those for like 30 quid. English ones now are like £200. Vertigo's just skyrocketed. It's just ridiculous. I remember when I first started buying records, man. I mean, I know everyone says these sort of stories, but Vertigo albums were cheap, you know, well, cheapish. Yeah, it was still like 30 quid each or so, but now it's like no chance, no chance. Anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. Maybe I'm going to try and do my Brazil video, which I'll put up tomorrow. I mean, the time here now is 10 PM. So, you know, obviously we're completely... Most of you guys are... Only one or two of you that I know live over here with me. So, yeah. Guys, if you're watching, I hope you are watching. I hope you haven't forgotten me, because I do need to get back on track. And I'm doing it, seriously. I hope you guys watch it and enjoy it. I'd appreciate your comments. I'm going to watch through some of your shit and comment. I'm back. I'm here to stay. I sound like I'm being really big-headed, don't I? But yeah. So anyway, guys, be in touch. And yeah, peace out. See you later.